Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Calmlands and the One Tile Challenge. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I haven't posted for a few days. I've had some stuff going on, had a bit of a meltdown, and some expletives were exhumed, and it was one of those. Just why? Why am I bothering? Why do I've got stuff going on. The youngest has been in hospital, he's had operations, and yeah, just like, you know what, psh, to all of it. And I may have deleted some saves. But now that I've calmed down, I was actually quite enjoying this. I know. It's just it's just one of those things. At some point life will get on top of you and you'll do silly things. And yeah. So we had our youngest home for about a week before we went back in hospital. And we had, catheters, feeding tubes, drains. Oh, it was just it was a nightmare. It was kind of an elective operation to become an emergency. So yeah, it was fun. And to make matters worse, the hospital we went to was like 3 hours from our home. So it was a 3-hour drive there, 3-hour drive back. So that's 6 hours to get to and from the hospital. It wasn't fun. Obviously I got stuff going on as well. I'm sure I heard a doggy. I got stuff going on as well, but yeah. So I haven't really been feeling much of anything. But is what it is and all that. So I'm going to start again because I can. And I apologise to anybody that was enjoying my series. And yeah. No, that one. I'm sorry, Mr. Z, I'm going to knock it up to 2 days. I'm not, and I don't like that, so I'm going to turn it off. Don't want that on. Load that. I mean, it's fun enough as it is without all that extra stuff. So the last time I did this, I sold all of this from the vehicles tab. This time, I'm going to take it to the store. And we're going to sell it. So, whoops. And we should. I think selling it at the store, you gain, is it 10% on the sell prices. So yeah. So that is what we're going to do. Take all this to the store and sell it. I may reset some because it's quicker. But I'll drive this because I've got it. And I've got to get to the store anyway. So how is everybody else doing? I hope you're all doing well. Not having meltdowns like I am. Yeah, it's not been fun. And with the little giants glitches, It's made farm sim not fun. You know when you're already depressed and you're already, you know, me against the world, and then the one thing you like to do to unwind is causing frustration. That's where I was at. So my Series X controller is in the bin. Back on the old one. It may or may not have bounced off the wall. There was a few expletives that went with that, mind. So back with the old controller, which, as we all know, the left bumper is a bit dodge, and the B button sticks. So chances are I'm going to be hiring workers when I don't want to. But you know, this might be a longish episode because I've got an hour or so to kill between, you know, other stuff. I may just play till I get bored. Right. See you somewhere. Sell this. Then we'll reset. Reset that. That'll be hot. One of these. I love the sound of this John Deere. Grab that. We'll grab that. So we'll reset that one. I mean, I could reset that seed drill, but it resets in 2 halves because the power harrow and then the drill. I tell you what, Giants need to do is, if you have an implement which requires X amount of 100 horsepower because it has a power harrow, the power harrow should function and it should be direct drill. None of this, you know, it just looks the part, because you can use both halves individually. The power harrow as a power harrow, and the seed drill, well, you can't use that either. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's just annoying. All of yous that are not aware, with my health conditions, let's put it that way. So, I'm acute asthmatic, suffer with depression, anxiety, and I have sinus cancer. So, you know, fun times. Yay! I have fibromyalgia, so I'm in constant pain, constantly tired. I have 2 autistic children, both with ASD, both with ADHD, dyslexic, dyspraxic, dyscalculia. That's like dyslexic for numbers. So they're fun. They both have GDD as well, so they're both mentally delayed, sort of 36 months. So my 6-year-old's got the mental age of a 3-year-old. Which is, you know, it's not the best. So yeah, I've had a lot going on? Let's put it that way. Right. Got this, that, and then we'll sell the trailer as well. There's a donkey. Here's a question for you. If I don't own this farm, because I haven't started with it, but there's a doggy on there, can I still place the doggy? We might try that. Because a lot of these things say only, only one doggy per farm. And if I don't technically own the farm, can I place a second one? These are the questions that keep me up at night. They don't, but they should. So I want to go about this in a slightly different way. I do have a video recorded from the previous save that was awaiting postage, and I haven't posted it because I've started again, clearly. So the two, I can't remember how far you saw. I did the 2 square fields, and then I did a long one behind the shed. Do you remember that? In the top, I removed the sheep. That long field, I planted poplar in it. And then I planted soy and sorghum in the square fields. I think for the sort of challenge, well, it's I say challenge. It was a, can you get that plot of land to thrive and have a farm that was productive? Well, that's what I took. That's my take on what it was. So, let's buy this. And then sales. We could buy a dolly. Do we need a dolly? We could buy a Volvo. Do we need a Volvo? Probably not. Paid us a good price. Knocked-on header. I got distracted. So we got to buy this old tractor. I'm going to set it up slightly differently to last time. I now want to go for the front loader. And then we've got to grab this silly trailer that I really don't like. But Mr. Z is adamant that we have this silly trailer. Money is down to 138,033. Oh. Well, this is me, apparently. I asked the boy to create me a new character. And that's me. So at 138,033, and I think I started with 94, 95 grand. Can't remember. So I take in 15 minutes, including my waffle, to go to the store, we've made 30 grand. We've made 30 grand in 15 minutes. This is a productive episode. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this episode will be. It'll be longish. I want to kind of get back to where I was too far. The circle on the arrow is me. The rest of the arrow is just the direction you're standing in. That's the center of the number, and I think the numbers are relatively centered on the plots. So that's where we're going, my friends. So let's place down this silly shed. In fairness, it's not a bad shed. I mean, you can get that for 10 grand, and that's usable, and you can get quite a bit of stuff in it. This one, it's a little bit, ugh, but you know. Oh, stop colliding with me. Just place it. I'm going to pop that right there. Because that's what Z says we have to do. 10,037. And then I'm going to delete it. Because I don't really want that shed. If I do have that shed, I might put it back. Just not there. There we go. Never there. Didn't exist. What you want about? I tell you what I do want to do. I'm going to place down on a greenhouse. And I saw Bubba's Farm place this down. And then my brain went, ooh, that's an idea. If I place, let me just do something stupid. Because, you know, I'm good at doing something stupid. Okay, we'll run this way. And then, no, we'll run this way a little bit. Just want a centre line, if you will. There we go. That can be my bum. I know where the centre applies. Right, let's get this tractor away. Who put that there anyway? Right. Back to the greenhouse. No, greenhouses. This way. Yeah. Where's the triggers? Down this side. So I saw Bubba's Farm place this. And my brain went, you know what? If I place one of these, or if I placed 4 or 5 of the other greenhouses, what's the difference? I mean, the plot needs to be productive. Well, I've got to spend money to make money, right? So I've got to buy seed, fertilizers, and all that. Where's the trigger this end? Seeds, fertilizers, and all that shenanigans. Let's wash that there. Spin that around. So it says, Mr. C has said, it's got to be a productive. That looks about the same from this triangle with cross. There's the other one. That is a bit and a bit. So, yeah. So that needs to be there-ish, I would say. That is on the edge of the dirt. That is slightly further back. But is what it is. So, 2 green hoses. That one doesn't look too bad. That one's made a mess. Right. And then we'll place down the water pump. In fairness, we could just buy the trailer, right? Should we spend 3 grand on that? Or should we spend 17 grand on a trailer and 500 quid on a tap? You know what? Let's do that. Containers. 500 quid. I don't know what I call the land is, so let's ignore that for a second. Let's just we'll always move this, right? So let's just stick that there for now. And then we'll drop that. And then we'll grab this one. So it's a 1.8 update. If you've got a water tank that's low to the ground, it'll work. If you've got one that's high, it won't work. So you can blame Giants for that. Grab that. That leaves us with 8 grand. I think what we do is we'll get this whirring. Probably just do lettuce in both overnight. Because I can't do much of anything in August anyways. So we'll keep through till September. I might take off the 2-day seasons. Grab that. Let's quickly do that now while I'm thinking about it. We may add that back on at some point. Yeah, this old tractor, although it's noisy and a little unrealistic, let's say, it's quite a cool tractor. It's growing on me, Z. It's growing on me. The trade, on the other hand, not so much. But 440. I'm just thinking out loud now. If I get seeds or fertilizer, we'll make more money on us. So get that in there, and then lettuces are the most, I think, most expensive. Making the most money. I've also noticed, oh, get out! If you just do the one thing, look how quick that's going up with lettuce. As the water comes down, lettuce is going up, which is brilliant. If you do 4, 5, 6 things, which is what I was doing previously, no, it doesn't work. Well, it does, but you make less money because you get more. So the lettuce doesn't go up as fast. So where you'd get, let's say, 50 lettuce just doing lettuce, if you do lettuce, sprouts, and whatever else, sprouts, parsnips and stuff, you may only get, 10 lettuce. I don't know how much water it's going to use overnight. So we get a couple of trailer fulls. I mean, I'm always using that water pump thing, always using it. So, we grab 4 bags of seed, 4 fertilizer for each. Place our tent. And then go for a kip. You can see what's in the sales, in the moaning. Make a few quid off the lettuce. I need to do quite a bit of landscape around all this. And then I think we'll. So if we sleep through until. Should do another load of water. I don't want it to run out overnight. So we get less money. That's going down pretty quick. Right, one more load of water, place our tent. Another load in that one. And then we'll get some roadways mapped out, I think. We'll paint around the edge, I know where the edge of the field is. This tap's so quick, it's brilliant. Just a shame the trailer doesn't unload quite as quick. Right. I think we'll place this again. We stick this by our tap. Where's the tap gone? We could use that for breakfast. Have a glass of water. I know it's cheap and it's just a canvas tent, but you don't get anything. Like, there's nothing. Ah. No lantern, no sleeping bag, it's just rough it. Let's have a look. So you got about 35,000 litres in both. Alright. Let's sleep through to the morning. What's the worst that could happen? To run out of water. There's some. That'll help, right? No? It should. It destroys crops. Why not water beds? Oh, seriously? I woke up to the rain. Brilliant. 68,003, which means we made 60 grand overnight on them. Which probably should have been more than that, because they're both out of water. Brilliant. No, don't open the gate. I want the collision on, not a walk into it. Right, let's grab this. That used a lot of water, didn't it? I may place the water pump back down. Let's get them whirring again. I think it looks quite boring like that with just lettuce. When does rain due to stop? 10ish. We get this one in here. And then we will place our water pump. I didn't think it was going to use quite as much water as it did. Yeah, we'll stick it down here. Distribute that. Oh, we're going to need a water source and a trailer for sheep and stuff, so is what it is. Sales. Nice. Nice. Don't want any of that. I want to... Let's mark out the edge of our plot. And we'll start with that. Right. This is what we own. This is our plot. Yeah. Now I want to draw a wibble that goes right up to this corner. A wibble. Today, my friends, a wibble is a word. I don't want it, you know, perfectly straight. There you go. We have a wibble. Oh, tickly ear. Then let's line this up nice and straight again. Well, straight as I can get it. Do. And then let's draw some lines. Lines which may end up being a combination of roadways and field boundaries. And possibly even yeah, that's slightly off from it. Oh, the greenhouse is too far back. I was hoping that the yeah, it's ever so slightly. Draw another one along here. Let's put let's put a line up here. Like that. And this one, draw a line that way. One in here. One in here. Stick a line in there. Yes. Slightly bigger greenhouse. It's a long, skinny old one down this side. Still growing. I was like, is that still growing? Then where can we pop our house? I was thinking up here somewhere. It's quite uneven here. Oh, I wonder. Others. We'll stick that up there. Would be kind of cool though to construct our own house. Let's stick that in there. Crikey. Oh, crikey. There's things like this that really annoy me. I mean, because clearly it was able to, you know, make a blooming mess. But half the time you're not able to undo the mess. Like right there, I can't get close enough to smooth that out. Eh. Where is it? It's raining. Look, it's raining spears. I can work, yeah. Wood beams, planks long, and planks. Let's build our own home. Let's do that, let's build it. Still gonna need somewhere to kip. Should we just leave, should we move the tent up? Where has it gone? Here. Let's put our tent up here. I know the grass hasn't grown this tall yet, but it will next month. That'd be right. Need to sort out the landscape on that. Need to sort out the landscape on this. Probably have to bring this out to about here and then smooth it off. Otherwise, it's going to interfere with the triggers. So that's that. I mean, these things are pretty cool. They're not particularly big. But we're going to construct. It'd be pretty cool to build our farm as opposed to just placing things down. What do you reckon? Tell you what. Let's save it there. If it all goes wrong, I can revert to the save. Ah. Have a drink. So let's. We're going to get anything in there. It doesn't look like it, does it? Shit. They need more buildable sheds. There's not a lot of buildable anything, in fairness. Where's the old stuff? Old shed spot. That's... I thought there was a bigger a bigger structure like that one. Let's put that. Let's put that in there. So we have a shed there. I don't think we're going to need huge amounts of storage. What do you reckon? I'll ponder the sheds. Cows. Cows or sheep? This sort of cow barn would be for like beef cow, wouldn't it? As opposed to milkers. So we're not going to make anything from this until we sell the cows. So 15.1. Well, that's ruined it. I like using the the animal muds because it gets really wet and stodgy, and I just like it. Oh, for the love of God, man, what are you doing? Let's smooth that off for a second time. Because, you know, doing it the first time wasn't enough, apparently. Well, that's just wasted money. You fool! This one. I want that. Bearish. Yes, I do want to customize. Who'd have thought that that would have been so difficult? Not entirely sure that I'm going to have enough money for this. Ah, such a wombat. Phil, you're an idiot. £2,000. I know I don't have enough money. I literally need to get to here. Right. Bear with. I'll be back. There we go. Ah, such a fool. Right. I've left space this time so I can plant some trees. We'll plant trees all down the back. We'll plant some trees along here. Little group of trees here, maybe. Still getting in a shed. Space behind, again, tree plantage. Not sure what to do about this area here at the minute. Need to smooth that off. And we have a gate. A gate. If you leave and come back in again, it spawns me inside there. It took me ages to get out. Ah. That's a little odd. How's that one looking? That one's fine. That one's just a little odd. So we can get in and out of here. 94. If you find is cows. Ignore that. Just ignore that. Where is the trigger? So we have to go for either your limousines or your Angus. What do you reckon? I'm leaning towards Angus. If you go for limousine, you end up with these. If you go for these, you get some that are more tan coloured as well. So 32 grand for 94. We got 10 grand. So we get 20. For 7 grand. Right, they need some wet stuff. Hope this trigger's going to work. We're down to 2 grand, my friends. Brilliant. Take that. I may place... That is really bugging me. What if I get a tree, like a placeable tree, right there? Or maybe a lamp post, stick it in the post, hide that missing wire, or that missing bit of post. How we're looking on the animals. Well, they take a fair bit more water than that. Yeah, so this side. Do we place another one the same, or do we place sheep? What do you reckon? Spin round. I mean, the sheep one's going to cost us another 50 grand, isn't it? But sheep produce wool, which is sellable. These guys are not going to be ready for harvest until next September, minimum. Unless we fatten these ones up and use them as our breeders. But then we're looking at like 3 years. I mean, if we come into some good money, we could drive into a water source. If we come into some good money, we could always buy some adults. Or add some more in. Did I check the sales today? Yeah, I did. Right. Let's tools. I got enough. I still ain't got enough. 2094. I should start with the meadow, surely. Oh, crikey. I've recorded over an hour already. They should eat the grass. And they're not that, they're not that big. Eat grass. Right. I am going to get some of these fields sorted out. Tell you what I do. We'll sleep through till October and see what money we have. And then I'll get a lot of stuff done off screen so you ain't got to watch me mess around. And yeah, see you in the next one, as it were. So let's see what's in the sales. Let's see what money we've made from our 2 allotment areas. 113. I'll take that. I'm happy with that. Are these guys now eating the grass? Oh, where's my field info? Yes. Yes, they're eating the grass. Brilliant. So that's them. No. Still got water. Health's coming up. They're eating the grass. Jobbed. I might buy some more. This side here. Let's send the drone up. we do a similar layout on this side. Maybe put sheep in this side. So I've sheep one side, cows the other. What do you reckon? We'll have cows there. We can put sheep somewhere else. Or just not bother with the sheep. And just whack a load more cows this side. Treat them like pigs, you know. Feed them, fatten them, sell them. Anywho's, I am going to be there. I'm going to do a load of stuff off screen. And I'll see you in the next one. As always, my friends, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Each and every one of you, please take care. And I'll see you all in my next adventure. Cheers, guys.